Welcome to Ponytails and Pep Talks, the podcast where blowouts, breakdowns, and breakthroughs are a weekly discussion. I'm your host, Regina. For over 3 decades, I've been behind the salon chair as a stylist, an owner, and yes, your favorite unlicensed therapist. I have heard it all. The tears, the triumphs, the you won't believe what just happened stories from courageous women overcoming incredible obstacles. So let's meet one of them right now on Ponytails and Pep Talks. Hey everyone, welcome back to Ponytails and Pep Talks. I'm your host, Regina. And today, as I promised, we're in a little different studio. Our most favorite health, faith, and wellness person, Dr. E, is with me today. I'm so excited to be inside her domain today, and where she has all these amazing products that we're going to show you. School is about to start. Summer is starting to come to an end. And once all the kids get back together and things are going, so does the sniffles and the germs and all those kind of things. So we want to show you today some products that we've talked about many times before, the Young Living essential oils, which we believe is the best brand out there, but you may have your particular favorite brand. I want to talk to you about how to set up little kits to take with you, how to send things off to your college kids. Because you know what? We're not in charge anymore. We gather up those kids and gather up those things and we send them off to school and mom's not there.
That's for sure.
Before, medicine was a little more simpler. We had things in the cabinet that we could just pull out and mom knew what to take, what to use, just natural things. And then now the shelves are just loaded with products that are full of chemicals and sometimes I think make you more sick than what you originally were to begin with. So Dr. E, tell me a little bit about what you have going here today for us.
Well, this time of year, of course, all year long, we talk about health and wellness here. So this is my studio, my wellness hub, as we call it, right here in Bernie. So people come and we educate about what to do with natural remedies, not just always looking for what may be in the grocery store or in the pharmacy or, in the shelves out there, because there's so many choices. And if you really get down into the ingredients, it might be something you just want to make a change, or you've just heard enough about the toxins or the chemicals, and especially how it affects children and young adults, that you want to look for things that make a change. So that's what it's all about today, especially with immunity and wellness, with going back to school. Because, you've been outside a lot or swimming and that. Now we're going to be in an enclosed environment. And
that's right.
And one of the things I know is on the school list is a box of tissues. So
always
on the school list. So that's what we're talking about today.
Okay. And talking about box of tissues, and I haven't thought about this till now. Have you taken some of the oils and put drops into the tissue box to help with kids? I know me personally, not necessarily put it in the box, but I've kept eucalyptus or different things with me so that when I can't breathe, when all the allergies and things like that hits, and I sprinkle it on to the Kleenex and just breathe it in.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you could put it in the whole box kind of and have it ready.
Oh, absolutely. You could do that. Yeah, I drop oils everywhere. And of course, I've been using these oils and with Young Living since 2006, therapeutically in a clinical setting, but also in daily life. For instance, I have my little favorite little diffuser here, which fits in a cup holder. So, in the car to and from school too, you can just have it be just a great environment for the kids, because it's just a bottle of Thieves in here. You might have all heard about Thieves and its ability to just help with the environment.
Right, destroying the germs and things that are around us. And I love that they've innovated. Yeah, they've innovated to a USB cord, so no more always having to plug it into the wall or anything. It's USB, carry it with you.
No water.
No water. Yeah. How many of you have heard of a diffuser with no water? That was very fascinating to me because, again, then you don't have the spills. You can carry it in your car. You can travel with it and then put any oil that you want to in it.
Yeah.
There are some people that are still not familiar with oils. They've heard of oils. They not quite sure what to do with it. And then there's so many questions about, is this only for adults or is this only for kids? Can I use this on my pets? Well, the answer to that is Young Living has your answer to all of those things. So tell me a little bit about what this set here is all about.
Well, what I like is that Young Living has developed products specifically for children, meaning that they're already diluted. So it's one thing about using an oil that might be straight out of the bottle like Thieves, but here is a diluted one. And this one, of course, I picked this is called Sniffles. So when you have the sniffles, the kids, this is safe for them to use, or you can pop it in their purse or their bag, their backpack, so that they can have it with them and learn how to care for themselves when things start at school. So it's great. You can just roll it on, and it's pre-diluted. It's so easy. It smells really good.
And the smells are because right now just the smell in this room and the scent, of it all is it already starts affecting the body. We've talked about before about how scents and smells also recreate memories.
This one in particular for school is called Kid Power. And knowing, children in focus, or even our college age kids going off, there's a lot of distractions at college, and they're there to learn, but also to learn a lot about life, I would imagine.
Oh,
remembering my college days, I wish I'd had some things to help me focus, but this one's called Kid Power, and it's good for focusing and to when they have their tasks to finish, and even in our schools, there's lots of distractions. So this one helps the brain. And as we know, with our brain comes in smelling things directly, which you can even smell that here. As you can place this here, it's very mild. You can also put it right here on the back of the neck for the kids. And it doesn't have a overwhelming smell where maybe
people don't just walk by and you're like, what is that scent?
But it helps them to focus, because as we place things through our scent, the sense of smell goes directly into our brain and limbic system in a healthy way. If you walk down the cleaning aisle, for instance, at HB or one of our stores, when you smell bleach or you smell any of the cleaning products that aren't natural, which there aren't very many on the shelves, that goes directly into your brain too, and that's called an endocrine disruptor. So it can affect you negatively, that smell. Now, these are going to affect you in a positive manner and help the brain to balance and to help you with those challenges of focus and also relaxation, anxiety, those type of things. So that's what I love about this, and their attractive colors. The kids really like them and are attracted to them. And I always ask children, I have 5 grandchildren. So when they're in my car, they know they can push this little button here, and all those maybe their gym shoes smell goes away. They like that.
Yes, definitely.
But this is something the kids can do on their own, that you wouldn't have to monitor them, and they can't actually easily open the top of this to put too much on, which 2-year-olds are known to do things like that. So
they are, but kids are attracted to the smells and the scents. I know my grandson would come over, and before I know it, he's over there into every bottle, just smelling it. He was very attracted to, to that. And, then he'd say, Mimi, I need one of these for something. What do I need that for? And so we would go through it and see which one that he needed. But I love that Young Living goes ahead and narrows it down, makes it easy for a family, easy for a mom, and already has it preset and ready to go. Now, I believe they also have some for animals, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. The animals, I've been working with animals since I started with Young Living, taken many courses of animal aromatherapy, and they respond so quickly to essential oils. And I do rescue animals. I have dog and donkey and goats and chickens. I don't worry about using them for the animals. So there's the whole animal line that Young Living has too, which again is safety has already been taken into consideration. So they're pre-diluted. They have an entire book that's just an animal health reference that you can look up anything that your animals may have, which has been great for me over the years with all kinds of animals that I've encountered. As I said, my chickens, I put oregano and lemon and peppermint in their water, especially in the hot summertime. That peppermint and lemon cools them, but the oregano, they actually sell agricultural oregano. Okay. So why not use my pure oregano? And I just drop it in their water container. So they're drinking it all the time. So they have access to it 24/7.
And is that what helps with like any bacteria that's in them and stuff like that? Yeah. Well, let's talk about sending our kids off to college.
Yes.
Mommy's not going to be there always. We'd like to have something, ready, and you can get any kind of little bag. Here's just a little zipper bag. Here's something even a lot prettier and cuter for your girls that are out there. But we're talking about the boys and their gym clothes and athletic clothes and things like that. So don't discount that boys need these smells too. And but this is a perfect little bag to put different days what they might need. What do you suggest that we start building our kit with to send our kids off to school?
Yes. Well, I think the basics are lavender, for instance.
Okay.
Lavender is one of it's called the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because with lavender, it can work for the seasonal difficulties in breathing, where sniffles is going to have some lavender in it. Thieves, of course. Like thieves is a mainstream. If you have thieves, you can put it on your feet. They can use it for any of the things that may come up that they would use other things for or have to go out to a drugstore and go buy something. If they've got a little first aid kind of kit for anything, it's thieves. I think lemon is another one. They can put it in the water. They can also use lemon for lots of different things, especially in a diffuser, because these citrus style oils are just very uplifting. Lemon, orange.
Yeah, kind of lavender.
I'll tell you what, if your child has a diffuser in their dorm room, it's going to be one of the most popular rooms. It's like, oh, it smells so good in here. So it could become a study room or something like that. I do know that when we're I've had occasion to be in hospital rooms with people.
Right.
And I'll bring in a diffuser just to keep everybody calm because it's never calm to be in a hospital for any reason.
No, and the germs that fly around.
Just in the air. Right? The nurses are always the ones in the room going, oh, it smells so good in here. I feel like I need to take a break. And it just sort of calms everybody. So having these types of oils are great to just have on hand. Another one for all kinds of things, moms, kids, dads going away. I mean, the emotions of just having our children going back to school, new routines, is stress away. Peace and calming, which is another one that is a beautiful scent. It helps relaxate the whole body. When you just first inhale it, it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent.
I've actually even used those in the salon with clients because again, you sit behind a salon chair, you get to hear everything, and usually that's when people kind of dump everything that's going on in their life. And so there's many times that I've pulled out the stress away or the peace and calming. And the interesting thing about Young Living oils are probably, any of the oils, once you start getting the smells and the scents and learning them, even if you're not exactly sure which one you need, there's something very unique that your body kind of draws you to the one. Like just your mind will just say, I need the stress away today for that one, or today I need the peace and calming, or today I need the lavender. And it's amazing how your body just starts responding to things that are healthy for you. It just draws it to you. But I've used these in the salon to put them on people's hands, and of course, smelling is the best way to get it into the body faster.
Yes.
And so put it on your hands. Do this, smell it. I've put it on the back of their necks. I've, done a few things. I ask permission first, always. You don't want to just put something on someone. And so let's talk about the thieves again just a little bit, because this thieves line, if no one's ever heard of it, give us a tiny background, and then I'd like to show several items that are made with this thieves product.
Yeah, thieves is the most amazing one. And I think one of the most famous oils of Young Living and the combination. And the story goes that back in medieval times when there was the plague and people were just dying all over the place, we know that history, that there were certain body grave robbers, body robbers that would just go along in the streets and start taking things from people because they were dead.
Because they were dead.
It was a bad time.
It was a bad time.
And so they were thieves. So if that gives you a hint. But they were also spice traders. So they found that these men were bringing in cinnamon and clove and had all kinds of spices like that. And these guys were apparently immune to the plague because they could rob all these bodies and
they were not getting sick.
So, in the blend is the oils of the thieves. So it's clove and lemon and rosemary and other things that are in there. They're very antibacterial.
Right.
Just in nature, if you Google any clove, for instance, regardless of whether it's essential oil or not, you're going to see a clove that has its chemistry properties and what it does.
Okay.
So so when they blended them all up and they were saturated in them, they could do this. So the king was mad because they were stealing all kinds of things and he wanted them caught and he wanted to find out why they weren't dying.
Right.
Because I would imagine the king didn't want to die.
Yes. He just wanted to know the
motivation. It's all about me here.
Right.
And, he actually told them that he would spare their lives and he would tell them their secret. And I don't think the thieves really knew the secret or what it was. They were just spice merchants and they happened to be breathing in and around these all the time.
Right.
He did have the formula. So it was written. There's actually a story. And Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, actually went over to Europe to study the archives of history and was able to determine the formulas that were actually used.
Okay.
So that's why he called it Thieves.
Let's call it Thieves.
Because he was quite dramatic. He liked to have a story behind things, but it's actually a true story.
Right. Yeah, true story. So because of that, though, how many products, are there in the Thieves now? There's a cleaning line.
We have cleaner, spray cleaner. We've got our Thieves hand spray, which is another thing that can fit easily into a purse and a bag for just surfaces all around. I take this when I travel. Another travel one I have is this Thieves chest rub, which I actually use I put it right under my nose when I'm traveling because it has a very mild scent, doesn't hurt the skin. And it is amazing for a just preventative. Now, if you do have cough and congestion, that kind of thing, it's good too. This is not a petroleum-based product. So again, if you're really looking for those clean ingredients, then this is what you can find. We've got the Thieves cough drops. Yeah. Another thing I have in my travel bag or even in my car all the time.
Right.
Going back to school and even in your own purse or you coming in and out of places that you've touched a lot of things. And some of the soaps that are in restrooms are not the best for you either.
Right.
I use Thieves hand sanitizers.
Of course, there's not the chemicals in this as well. I think one of the things that I had read is that regular other hand sanitizers really only last about 4 seconds or something like that on your hands. And this lasts 4 hours.
It's a long time.
Yeah, at least.
And the kids love that one too.
This doesn't dry out your hands.
Right. It's also, again, got clean ingredients in it. So if you're absorbing that into your hands, anything you put on your skin, it absorbs into your body. That you have a non-toxic sort of alternative again.
Right. And I remember one time my brother-in-law would call it my woo-woo magic. Until one time he had a sinus infection so bad and could not breathe, for a week at a time. And he would tell me, do you think you could get one of your voodoo bottles, and bring it to me? And he became a believer after that, but he would always tease me all the time. But thankfully nowadays, I think too, this is so much more common. I think it's just a matter of learning a lot of times. And that's also where you come in. Yes. Because you teach so many classes on how to use these products, the best way to use these products, and where they came from. The products, the oils of the Bible, which I think is quite amazing. Whenever you read through these different oils in the Bible, and sometimes we, see things in the Bible and we're like, there's 12 distinct oils in the Bible, and they're all real oils, and they're in this product line as well for all kinds of reasons. So if we're putting together just a basic kit for our house, what are some things we would need for that?
Well, again, I would say thieves for sure.
For sure.
And not only just the oil, but also getting the cleaner because it cleans all, it's all purpose. When you're spraying it, you're not breathing in the harmful ingredients or fragrance, which is artificial scent.
Right. And it's a beautiful cinnamon clove smell.
Yes.
So instead of a harsh bleach hitting your face.
And lemon, of course, and lavender. Lavender, change of routine time with kids. It's like sleeping through the night. If you put that in a diffuser in their room, very relaxed.
Get their bedtime routine back going.
Yes. Yes.
There are so many products in Young Living, almost anything you could possibly think of. We were talking about even the boys going to college. There's the Cool Azul, which is, like I would say your Bengay that people put on there. But again, without the chemicals, and it really works amazing. I've never had it not work.
Yes. Yes. There's also, targeted toward men and boys are also personal care products.
Right.
Shampoos, and if they're old enough, beard oils, different types of oils like Shutron and things. Body wash. That's a 3-in-1 kind of easy to use wash. One of the things about aromatherapy is that we have to clear our cellular receptor sites when we're used to being around all the other things, as I can say, just walking down the aisles in the stores where you're going to smell all kinds of different things that are synthetic fragrances, that it clears those cellular receptor sites. So once that's done, you're very attracted to the natural scents because these are all natural plant scents because they're distilled from plants. So your whole nose changes over time. And I know now when I go into a typical store that is just typical, right? It's got everything in it, a grocery store, for instance. I can, the smells immediately sort of like hit me. And I go, oh, okay, I'm gonna be quick about this and go over here. But that's when something like this might come in because I'll just put a little on my nose and I feel better. So it's a real thing out there. And I know with the health movement that's happening right now that we're becoming more aware of it.
Talking about the receptors a little bit, because of the chemicals that are in so many things, you're right, our receptors are just wide open and they're just taking in everything. And the oils kind of cleanse that palate and calm the system and calm that back in place. And that's why whenever you get used to using something like this and you walk back down that bleach aisle or that aisle, it's absolutely overwhelming. I'm not one that can go into a candle shop usually. I can't go into a lotion and body store because it just overwhelms the senses. So this does do a lot of calming. Let's talk about a little bit about the safety things. There are a few oils that say if you're pregnant that you don't necessarily need. So as for all of these things that do really wonderful things, you do have to be careful and you do need to learn your basics of what you're using and why you're using it. But there's many that can be used for pregnancy and during pregnancy. Is from pre-birth till death. You can use these oils no matter what age that you are.
Well, another thing that Young Living provides for each product that they have is a product information sheet.
Okay.
So if you log on to the website and you're curious about what the safety issues are or any kind of question you might have, that it's always in the product information sheet, and it's quite thorough. So you'll be able to see like do not use or this is this or this is that, detailed for every particular product. Plus, you can also email to the product people and ask a question, which I think is great. You can always reach out to me, of course. If I don't have the answer, I'll try to find it for you. But since I've been using Young Living for over 20 years in all kinds of circumstances, that I haven't found anything yet. Now, what varies is not so much what's in the bottle; it's the person's health.
Okay.
Right. So it depends on where you're starting and how maybe you're involved in some kind of very toxic work. I know,
yeah, with a lot of metals and a lot of
or construction workers or painters, and construction seems to be one. Where you have to wear masks and things like that, where safety is very important. Then this is the same thing. You just don't jump in with both feet and not know anything and start just putting them on. Right. Although, as I said, safety has been considered. Yeah. In even the manufacturing process, in the bottling process, in the labeling process. So we have some that are labeled just for children that are already diluted. We have those labeled for animals, which are already diluted, and in particular for animals. And then we have those here that are for generally safe for the general public. Again, we are all unique. So it's up to us to do what we do to take care of ourselves.
And Young Living does that also with everything. I don't think there's hardly anything. There's makeup, there's cologne fragrances, there is soaps, any kind of vitamins and different things for wellness, that you need for that. So we're telling you about all these amazing products. I want to tell you how to get them, because you can't just run down to the store and purchase these. It is through, someone that like Dr. E and myself or others that go in there and join up and get their kits and get started. And because of that, I think they want to give you education. They don't want you just grabbing something off the shelf and running home with it, or whatever. We want to teach you how to use it. So if you're interested, you can look it up. You can go to Dr. E's website, which is what, the Wellness Hub.
You can go directly to my names so you can remember it easier. It's elisamcclure.com.
Yeah.
And so there you can reach out to me and with any questions you may have. And also that's where you can find places to learn. So we're sitting in my little education center here with my updated technology, as you can see. So, we kind of keep it old school. We talk and we like to do, maybe have a little DIY or instructional things that we like to just show you how this is done. So it's not a curiosity, so that you can use it with confidence.
And, since of course, like podcasts and stuff go everywhere, there's a future thought of maybe doing some classes and some Zooms and lives and stuff where people can join in as well. So it doesn't matter where you live, we can get you all informed. So any last words?
Well, I just want to say that just do your research, please. And especially when it comes to health. I've been a naturopath now for, again, since 2006.
Yeah.
So, I've seen all kinds of things over the years, but the more you can have a naturally healthy life, in not only just in the products you use, and how many products are out there, millions and millions and billions,
right,
but also in the food that you eat, or in what you see and what you think and what you feel, the clothes that you wear, the things you use to clean your face, clean your hair. It seems overwhelming, but there's always a good place to start. And you just start with what we know and most important to you. So yeah, it's just knowing that there is something out there that's different that can keep you healthy.
That's it. And I think, we can't control all of the environment around us. And we can't control when we go into stores what we smell and see. But this is just one way that we can take a little bit of control of our own health. So I would encourage you, look into the oils, look into Young Living oils, contact Dr. E, find out about her classes. Let's get you hooked up to have as best of a healthy winter that's coming up as that we can possibly help you with, and get it through school, get those kids their little kits put together so that you can send them off to college in a better, healthy way. So thanks for joining us today. Again, Dr. E, again, you always flood my mind and all of us with just amazing things and that we need to know to stay healthy. And I will just see you guys next week and find out even more exciting things that Ponytails and Pep Talks has for you. But as always, Dr. E.
See you again next month.
All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.